Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Nasdaq and SPX price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. We're gonna start with Nasdaq here. As you can see, our target has been hit for the 1.618. However, we didn't took the high, and of course this is what I was today warning about, of course, during the live stream in the daily analysis, where of course we might see higher prices finishing potentially here, kind of like a structure, which is basically we did not anyway finish here an impulse. I'm gonna explain, but we did not took the high, and we're moving impulsively downwards, so we gotta be careful. This is a corrective wave here, as I mentioned also in the live stream, double zigzag in a wave X, and that means of course we're moving downward, because in case you are in wave 5 here for a 1 2 3 4 and a 5, despite that we hit the 1.618, it doesn't matter. You don't have 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so it's not an impulse for wave 5, and you got invalidation, and that turns it directly to 3 waves in a wave X as a bridge in between, and we move toward the downside here because you have another 1 2. As I mentioned, I doubt it that we're gonna of course overpass this impulse without of course a correction here. So we might see a wave C that it might take simply the low here just a little bit, and that because of course you are in a very typical regular flat here that you might see in this blue box again, which is of course anyway our target for wave 2 here, because you are in a 1 2, you are in a big wave 1 and then wave 2 here, or big wave A, B, and a C. So the wave V is shifting, of course, definitely there. We don't forget, of course, that we might be here in a big wave 1 2 3 4 and a 5 towards higher prices again. And this might be, of course, the play of a wave 3 here in the yellow, in case you are in double 1 2s. So basically I'm looking still for lower here for Nasdaq, 1 2 A, B, and a C, and then of course moving toward the upside. Yes, this has ended up, of course, corrective. This is what I would like to mention. It ends up a corrective pattern here. Nothing is impulsive, despite that it looks for you like an impulse. It's a trap. Be careful. Now, for SPX, we are looking here also the same correction is still playing over there. Nothing, of course, has changed. And we are still very corrective here. 1 2 3 4. And a 5-year wave 4 anyway is interfering, meaning you cannot count this as an impulse, of course, neither a diagonal, because wave 5 is longer than with the wave 3. And yeah, we end up, in case that this is even a perfect diagonal, can be an ABC here, but I don't see it. I see, of course, 3 waves toward the upside, finishing here again, W, X, and a Y here, and moving downward impulsively. 1 2 3 4 5, wave 2, wave 3, 4, and a 5. And we might take also the same as for Nasdaq, and expanding, a regular flat here, 1 to 1 fib level, 6,400, which it might be, of course, here after having an impulse, potentially can be, of course, your wave 2. Okay, or it can be kind of like a diagonal, another diagonal here is unfolding, can be possible, like a 1 2 maybe, but yeah, we cannot really consider this unless you want to consider it as a wave 3, but I don't see it, guys. I don't see it really as a big zigzag here in a diagonal yet. I think that this can be, of course, an impulse, 1 2 3 4 5, another wave 2, and of course wave 5 here is longer than wave 3. We cannot consider it as a diagonal as well. Around wave 5 longer, not allowed. Therefore, 1 2s simply. Now we're gonna check what's gonna happen in this zone. If we see, of course, something else on like a signal of bearish or something like reversal, of course it's gonna show up, guys. It's gonna show up inside this area, because this area is our next target, which is perfection for wave 2 here. And in confluence, of course, the 1 to 1 fib level for a wave C in a regular flat here, and then moving towards the upside. Yep, so meaning right now we might be looking here at another wave 1 2. I'm gonna put this in white, and this one is gonna be in gray. Here we go. And this one is gonna be in the yellow. Here we go. All right, so yeah, basically this is what we are looking for. 1 2 3 4 and a 5. and to finish, of course, this wave 3. This is your wave 5, 3, 4, and a 5. Then, of course, a 4 and a 5. And all of them are going to finish, of course, a major wave 5. Probably, of course, in this blue zone, 6,800 can be very likely to be unfolding here. Yeah? In 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, the wave 5 might be very, very extended. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. Hitting, of course, the higher blue zone here can be very likely as well for SPX. Yep, so that was it for the daily close for Nasdaq and SPX. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.